This is Spicy Waffle, I'm Corwin.
And I'm Uko.
And it's time for another Wafflelog. We weren't planning on putting a Wafflelog up today. We were planning on recording Wolfenstein Youngblood, and we actually did start recording it, but then we ran into some technical issues when Uko's computer started crashing.
Repeatedly.
So the game was like, hey, maybe you should update your drivers. So Uko was like, okay, I'm going to go to the AMD website and get some new drivers.
And that took 45 minutes like
that
he
took
usually
forever.
does.
And then after he installed the new drivers, instead of the game crashing in the game, it crashes as soon as he launches the game.
Every time.
My computer plays it just fine. I'm not sure if it's an AMD problem or a game problem. My tendency is to blame AMD. I know that some people out there are fans of video card developers. I don't understand that
But
personally.
just in our household, Corwin's computer has not AMD, NVIDIA.
And Uko has AMD. And
ever since I switched,
I used to buy like nothing but AMD products too, because it used to be that they were the cheaper, better thing for me. But then occasionally things started happening, like heat sinks falling off of my video card and the drivers being awful.
Ever since I made the switch, my stuff has been crashing way more.
So this isn't meant to be like hate on AMD party or anything.
I'm just annoyed that we can't play Wolfenstein.
We're just annoyed with AMD right now, but really soon we'll fix whatever this problem is, and we'll be hitting up some Wolfenstein Youngblood
because the co-op is so good.
It looks really cool. Now I know there's some people who don't like the fact that like you're forced to have an AI friend or something like that, and I totally understand that if you don't have somebody to co-op with, I can imagine it sucking. But
for us, it's cool as fuck.
Where it's like it's a fucking it's a 2-player co-op game by default. That makes it maximally sweet.
And we got the buddy pass thing,
yeah,
so we didn't have to buy two
copies of it. So we're going to be playing it really soon. It seems really awesome. I was surprised by the RPG elements of it, but I think that could be good. I think it could be good. So Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, it was even cooler, okay? I don't know how many of you watched the video. I don't know how many of you have actually used virtual reality headsets before, but at least in the Valve Index, it was absolutely amazing, okay? It was like I was there on top of a fucking fire-breathing dog, absolutely ruining everyone.
Mofos.
Okay, I could almost smell what the dog was cooking, and it was cooking Nazis. Okay, so seriously, I know that like VR is expensive and everything, but if you get the opportunity to at least try it out, definitely give VR a shot, because I know that when I'd never used VR controllers before, never used a VR headset, I had this opinion that when I finally bought a VR headset, that most of the time that I'd spend playing it, I would be sitting like I'm gonna sit down at my computer and use a controller, and that would be how I do it.
Which that would be crazy.
And because every experience I'd had with motion controls, from like, I mean, I'll be honest, my first experience with motion controls was actually probably Duck Hunt, but that's not really motion controls. It feels like it's motion controls. And Duck Hunt was awesome, but it was very limited. And then we moved on from that. The next time I tried anything like that, it was probably I think it was the PlayStation iToy, which was pretty fucking disappointing. And then we all know about how the Wii with its swaggly boy and how that kind of sucks, at least for me.
Do right because it jumps around and is finicky.
And nobody wanted the Microsoft Kinect thing. Okay, everybody was like, you can connect to my dick and fuck off.
But they should have called it Nautilus or whatever whatever they were gonna call
whatever it was. So, but in VR, the tracking is so perfect and so good, and you're not having to point it at a screen or anything like that.
And now the Index has the fingers.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, the Wolfenstein game doesn't track your fingers. That makes me sad, but it's all good anyway. So.
But we had fun with that.
All of that's a thing. We're going to be playing more Wolfenstein Cyberpilot and going to be hitting up the Youngblood, and then they're going to get shot and they're going to have the lung blood. Okay, that's what's going to happen. But moving on, we got to let everybody know that at some point here, we're going to be rebranding the channel a little bit. The content isn't going to change.
Yeah, no content changes.
We're going to rebrand the channel a little bit, and part of the reason why is every time that we go to create something, like create a username on a various different, whatever game service, sometimes we'll type in spicy waffle and it'll say that contains a slur.
And it took us a while to even realize what they were talking about.
And so we think, without getting into slurs, we think it has a problem with the SPIC, okay? It's like sometimes people slur against Hispanic people that way, and it's really weird because the word spicy it's like totally in the language, okay?
It's a real word.
It's a real word.
We used it because it's a word.
I don't understand why they do that. So we're thinking of changing the channel name to Waffle Bros because we're bros and we're like the Spicy Waffle channel, and we figured that way it would help to let everybody know before they click on the video it's going to be two motherfuckers who are commenting over a game, because sometimes people come in the channel and they're like, oh my god, I hate that you're talking over it.
But that's literally what we do.
But that's what we do, and it's not what we're not gonna stop doing it, okay? So I know that some people are gonna be like, I don't like that. And I do feel for those people. I'd become very attached to the name Spicy Waffle, but it concerns me that maybe for all I know, YouTube doesn't like that name either. And
in a real algorithm kind
of way. And it's a concern that I just like off of my back. So that's going to be happening soon. I'm not exactly sure when. We'll have to probably change up our intro or something like that a little bit. And everybody's going to be like, I want to hear you say this is Spicy Waffle.
But the computers know when we say that.
That's just
we live in a bleak future.
How it is. And on the other side, we are planning on returning to 2 videos a day still. Life's just been kind of crazy for us. Pretty soon we're gonna maybe like upgrade our internet significantly so we could do more streaming or whatever. But that's just sort of like on the back burner right now. But anyway, we're gonna stop here. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that schmexit thumbs up button and make sure you ring the bell to keep getting notified of that saucy waffle content. Spicy Waffle signing out.